Happy Easter, everyone. Thank you for joining me. You've got Mary Burke live in the bunkhouse kitchen. I've just come in from doing my gardens outside. If you've been following me, then you know that I've been working outside on my gardens, both on my vegetable garden as well as on my flower garden out front. So thank you so much for joining me. Now it's time. You would think on Easter my hens would lay lots of eggs. Well, I only got 2 eggs today from my hens. They said, you know what, it's Easter for me too. I'm not laying any eggs. So thank you so much for joining me. You've got Mary Burke live. Yes, you do. So thank you so much. Here, hold on one second. There we go. All right. So here live, I am making ham, mashed potatoes, carrots. I'm also going to make a sunny lemon pound cake. So, and I have a cranberry curry glaze that I make to go with the ham. So we have the pound cake, $3.25 for that. So I need to check to see what everything needs to be heated at. Now I just got a small ham. The bunkhouse is pretty quiet today, so I'm not making a lot. So I'm going to take my ham out. Let's get the ham. There's my little ham, my cute little ham. All right, and then my carrots are somewhere. Let's get my carrots. There we go. I've got some carrots, and down here I've got my potatoes. There's my potatoes. I'm going to need an onion or 2. So here's a couple of onions. Let's see, or I have shallots too. And I have shallots, so I like shallots as well. And then, so let me take out all the ingredients that I'm gonna need. Let's lay those out. Happy Easter, everybody. Thanks for joining me today. I hope that you are having a wonderful Easter. Thank you. Yes. Well, here's the thing is I don't have a rooster here on the farm. That's my kitty cat. She's deciding, the mama cat has decided that she wants half of the island over here. So, yes, there. So I've got some big potatoes that I'm going to be making my mashed potatoes with. This one is very girthy. This one is much longer. See, much longer. So I have a variety of lengths and girths. There you go for my potatoes. Thanks so much for joining me. Welcome to Mary Burke live here in my kitchen and at the bunkhouse, and I'm prepping for my ham dinner. So let's see, what do I need to put this on at? This says it needs to go at 325, so this would be probably also a good temperature to put this at. Put the ham in it at 325. I only have 1.5 pounds, so 1.5 pounds of that. It's going to take me, I don't know, as long to cook everything else as it is to cook this. This is going to take, this is going to take 55 to 60 minutes. So we're going to start with this. Let's get the oven on. Okay. No, kitty. I know. It's very tempting to be over here. This is my pregnant cat, but you can't be here while I'm cooking. No, you can't. No, you may not. You must get down. So I am sorry. So you can see if I pick her up, her belly is hanging way down and she is ready to pop. So come on. I have to move her off. Wipe down. I know, she'd like to stay up there. I got it. I'd like her to be able to stay up there too. She can't stay up there. This is my prep area. Thank you. You've got Mary Burke Live here in the kitchen. I am getting in the bunkhouse, so I am getting everything ready for Easter dinner. It's very quiet here today, so working outside. I'm just gonna make a little ham, some mashed potatoes, some carrots. I'm gonna need a pan to put it in. Let's see. So I've got two things going on. I'm gonna put my ham in a pan, and then I'm also gonna use a loaf pan to make my pound cake. So let's see what we got going on here. I'm gonna need a bowl. So there, let's start with that. All right, and then my ingredients for this one are going to be 3/4 of a tablespoon of water. No. 3/4 of a cup plus 1 tablespoon. Divided, okay. So 3/4 of a cup of water, 1/2 cup of butter, a large egg beaten. All right, so let's start. Preheat the oven in a large bowl. Let's combine packet number 1. There's packet number 1. That's going to be packet number 2. Yes, packet number 2. That's going to be my the sugar drizzle on top. Thank you for joining me. You've got Mary Burke Live. Belgium's in the house. Happy Easter, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. Yes, thank you so much. You use baked potatoes instead of mashed. Nice, 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 nice. Let's see, I'm gonna need some butter, so I'm just gonna go get the butter. Okay, take all the butter out. There's the butter. I'll be using lots of butter throughout today. I use the unsalted when I'm cooking, because that way it's true to the recipe. So when otherwise if you add salted, then you're adding salt on top of salt. So I use the unsalted when I'm baking. And then we have, let's see, 3/4 of a cup, 1/2 cup melted. I gotta melt that, and the egg that's already beaten. So I will beat the egg in there first. All right, so I have the eggs that came from the farm today. I could use some of the older ones, but I have a couple sitting right here. And I'm going to get the, melt the butter. So I need I can't speak tonight at all, now can I? So a 1/2 cup is gonna be a whole stick, okay? A whole stick of butter is 1/2 cup, but I have to melt it. So let me get something to melt it in the microwave. Be right back. Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining Mary Burke Live as I am experimenting and having fun in the kitchen of the bunkhouse. So when I melt the butter, I like to chop up, if you will, the butter beforehand. I just find it melts quicker and easier if I make little, I didn't mean to actually cut all the way through, but because then I should be able to still peel back the entire wrapper like so, so it doesn't have any, I don't want any paper in there. There we go. And then I drop it right in here, tablespoon at a time. It should just break off like that and that. And now the one piece that I missed. All right, so now I'm gonna stick that in the microwave, let that melt. Not 1 second, 1 minute. Oops. was supposed to be 1 minute. Oh well. There we go. Thank you so much for joining me. You've got Mary Burke in the kitchen as I am making ham. Today will be ham. I've got to cut it out of its wrapper and get it in the oven. But this is going to cook at the same temperature as my dessert, so I'm going to cook them together. And then the dessert cake can be cooling while it is time for dinner. And then I'll work on the the mashed potatoes and the carrots in the meantime. So cut this open. It does not want to come out of the wrapper. It wants to stay in the wrapper. Thank you so much for joining me. You've got Mary Burke Live. That you know you've got me live, and you've got the real Mary Burke. So make sure you hit follow, you hit subscribe, and you like and follow. There we go. All right. So some extra juices there. Okay, the juices. And yes, I got dressed up in Easter apparel. So if you've been watching me, you know that I've been hopping around with my bunny ears. So I switched into something a little bit more Eastery, even more Eastery. So is that even a word? Anyways, thank you so much for joining me today. All right, so thanks for joining me. Thanks for the happy Easter wishes. I appreciate that. I appreciate you being here today. Argentina's in the house. Louisiana is in the house. All right, we'll see if my butter is melted. Okay, excellent. Butter is now melted. So we have that. And normally since I only have one egg, that's the little egg. I'm not going to use the little egg. This is fresh from the farm. No, do not eat my butter. No butter for you. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. She knows the good stuff. No, ma'am. No, you may not. Shoo, shoo. Yes, shoo. All right, so I'm just going to crack the egg right in. This came from one of my hens this morning. So this is a farm fresh egg. It is farm to table here, yes. Farm to table. No, that's not Papa Pig, so that's not farm to table. That was something that I got at the store. I need a whisk. There we go. It says to beat the egg, so let's see what we can do here. We're gonna whip that egg around. Like so. Thank you so much for joining me. You've got Mary Burke Live in the kitchen preparing Easter dinner. This is actually going to be the dessert, a lemon pound cake with a sugar drizzle over the top. So I need that. Oh, I need 3/4 of a cup of water. Don't know where my there it is. Found it. I wasn't sure where it went. 3/4 of a cup. Let's take it over and measure it and see how good I was. Ooh, just a hair more. Splash more. Now, did I go up too high? So the way that you actually measure it would be to put it down and get low. There you go. And I'm pretty accurate there. No, you may not. No, missy. No, shoo. So I love my kitty cat. I do. But no, you may not have my hand. No. Being bossy. She wants some. All right. So now I'm going to take packet number 1, add that in with my, there we go, add that in, packet 1. The egg is already in there. Now I'm going to mix in my butter in there, as well as the water in there. Then yes, I'm going to have to stir it all up like so. And do not overmix. Batter will be lumpy. Okay, so here we go. Again, like so. I can mix it as I'm talking to you. Thank you so much for joining me. You've got Mary Burke Live. I'm working on a sunny lemon pound cake at the moment. This will be dessert after the ham, but it cooks at the same temperature and for the same time that I will be cooking the ham. So there you go. All right. Okay. Make sure we stir it. Don't over stir it. They said it will be lumpy. All right. So now I'm going to spray the pan. Spray that pan. Rub it in a little bit. And then pour the batter. Just want to coat it, don't want to overcoat it. And then we're going to pour it on in. There we go. Pour the batter in. Make sure there's no dry spots as we pour the batter into, see if I can turn that to you, into the pan, like so. Okay. Excellent. Now I'll need this bowl again. And in fact, I'm going to grab a spatula, put this in the sink. Probably need that again too. Let's grab that spatula and see if I can't get it all, scrape all the sides of it and get it all down and into my pan. I got a few extra little things going on there. Excellent. Thank you for joining me. You've got Mary Burke Live as I'm pouring the batter into the pan for my absolutely awesome sunny lemon pound cake. There. Okay. Pretty easy to do, only a couple of additional ingredients. Good enough. Now I'll have to wash that out because I'll need that for the mashed potatoes in a little bit. Put that in the sink. Now, if you've been following me, you know that this bunkhouse has been renovated. I've spent the last year here on the farm renovating, getting the infrastructure down, and getting everything started. So last year was a lot of infrastructure renovating and animals. I'm still working on building out the shed with finishing the bathroom, but most of the bunkhouse is now complete. So thank you for joining me. Make sure that you follow, make sure you like. You can comment, put the comments in the comment section or the questions in the comment section, because I don't have the ability to, as I'm chatting with you, to go through my question section. So I will try and grab your questions right there. Okay, so now this is ready. I am going to cover I will put some Reynolds wrap on top of, might be the end of this Reynolds wrap. Oh, this is the end of this Reynolds wrap. Man, it's the end of the roll, and it's not going to be enough. So let's see. Do I have more underneath? There we go. Here's some more Reynolds wrap. Okay. Go to the back. There we go. That open. Pull out some Reynolds wrap. Cover the top of the ham. Like so. And there's my ham. Peekaboo. There's the ham. That's going to go, now I'm going to go in the oven along with my batter for the pound cake. So hang in there. I'll be right back. Let's put that in like so. And then put this one in like so. And close it up. And put the timer on for 50 minutes. Let's cook time. Start. And the bake is at 325. Start. Okay. No, Miss Kitty. Down. Sorry. She, with her being pregnant, she is very affectionate, and there is no telling her no to stuff. So she is just gonna, no matter what I do, she is just gonna get in there and go where she wants to go, even though she knows this is a no-no. This is a no-go zone. Okay. Wipe this down, get it ready for the next thing. Because now I will just, now that that's in the oven, I've got 50 minutes on that. And so now it'll be time for me to peel the potatoes and chat with you. And while I'm peeling the potatoes, I'm gonna work on the carrots. So potatoes, carrots, and I need my peeler. The peeler. Welcome, you've got Mary Burke live in the bunkhouse, looking for my peeler so that I can peel the potatoes. So ham, potatoes, carrots, and for dessert will be a sunny lemon pound cake with a sugar icing. As well as I'm also going to make a cranberry curry, not a cranberry orange, a cranberry curry glaze to go with the ham. So thank you so much for joining me. You've got me live today. So thank you for joining me live. Okay, and drinking some of my water. Rehydrate. I've been outside all day today. If you've been following me, you know that I've been working outside on some of the landscaping and my gardens. So yesterday planted the vegetable garden, and today was working on my flower gardens. So it's springtime, it's time to get moving on that stuff. So thank you so much for joining me. So make sure that you hit follow, like, subscribe. So anyways, let's all behave nice in the chat rooms there. And thank you so much for joining me here on this Easter Sunday. So enjoy. All right, let's get to peeling the potatoes. I am gonna peel it over. No, I was gonna peel it over something. I guess I'll just peel it right here for you. So when I peel, I always peel away from me. Yes. Thank you so much for joining in. You've got Mary Burke live as I am peeling potatoes for the mashed potatoes that are going to be part of my Easter dinner. So thank you for joining me. Hi, thanks for joining me from Dallas. I appreciate you chiming in. Hoping that you are having a wonderful Sunday. If you celebrate Easter, happy Easter. If you don't, happy Sunday. So, there we go. All right. Now, one down. Okay, one potato down. Let me get a bucket to put that in. And I will transfer it when I'm done. Now, I do chop up my potatoes. I don't cook them whole when I boil them. I do cut them up a little bit so it doesn't take quite as long. Thank you so much for joining me. You've got Mary Berkman. Make sure that you hit follow, follow, save, share, subscribe. There was the S word I was looking for. Subscribe. Yes, as I peel the potatoes. Again, there we go. Excellent. So, I'm hoping that you guys had a fantastic Sunday as well. I appreciate you joining me here. Brazil is in the house. Thank you for joining in. Lots of people putting in comments. They're scrolling so fast I can't even keep up. So thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate it. Well, we cook dinner. Shall we cook dinner together? Yes, let's have dinner together. Yes, making the ham dinner. So ham is in the oven along with the dessert, which is a pound cake. So chopping up my potatoes to make mashed potatoes, like so. There we go. Thanks for joining in. Yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday to everybody. Happy Easter. Hoping that you are enjoying your day today as I work on peeling the potatoes. I'm very hungry, and I hope that you guys are hungry too. Making dinner here in the bunkhouse. This one's rather bulbous and it's very fat. Can't get my hand a good grip on it to get a good long stroke and get the potato peeled. Thanks so much for joining. Welcome. I appreciate you being here and hoping that you are enjoying your Sunday. Happy Easter, everybody. If you've been watching me, you know that I did a live yesterday while I was planting my garden. So thanks for everybody that chimed in and joined me while I was planting the garden. I planted carrots and lettuce and zucchini, squash, tomato plants, corn, and beans and peas. So lots of fun stuff went into the garden yesterday. Today I spent time planting raspberry, blackberry bush vines, and grapevine. Let's see what else, and 2 blueberry bushes, as well as 5 azalea bushes, as well as countless shrubbery in the flowers in the flower garden. So thank you for joining me while I've been doing some of this outdoor spring work here at the farm. So if you're not familiar, I have a small farm in Lower Alabama where I have spent the past year renovating the property and building some new stuff, reimagining the animal pens and purchasing new animals. So if you hear the chirping in the background, that is because I have 4 new baby chicks. Yes, 4 baby chicks that are they're not old enough to go out into the farm. I have been taking them out every day and having them get used to the outdoors. So during the daytime, I take them outdoors, and at night, I bring them in so that it's not quite warm enough overnight, and they're not old enough yet for them to be out without heat lamps and all that other stuff. So instead, I keep them inside. Stella keeps them in line. And if you don't know who Stella is my rat terrier. She is an 8-pound rat terrier chihuahua mix. So welcome, welcome, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you hit subscribe, follow, share. You can comment. And I am peeling the potatoes for the mashed potatoes. And I'm cutting them up, and it is time for me to turn that water on and get it to start boiling. So I'm going to move this back. right here and get that, turn that on, get that water going. So you can tell me about your day. Hope you all had a wonderful Sunday. Happy Easter to everyone. And let's see what we got going on here. All right, I think I'm almost done with that tip. This one's a good one. Nice, good long one that I can hold on to and peel the layers off. Okay, then I got my skins and my potato is ready. And now I'm gonna chop that up. It helps with the cooking time. I don't have to cook it quite so long. All right, and now this is gonna be ready. My potatoes are all sliced or chopped and peeled. So now they're gonna go in the pot. Okay, there we go, right in the pot. Excellent. Now I'm gonna take my cutting board and hopefully most of the skins are there. All right, not too much on the countertop. Perfect. And then empty it right into the bag. And moving on, I will now be peeling the carrots. So thank you so much for joining me. You have Mary Burke Live, the real Mary Burke. There's a lot of fakes out there, so make sure you're following me by hitting follow, subscribe, join, all of the above, share. So there you have it. All right, now I got some good carrots over here. My carrots are not ready. I just planted them from seed yesterday, and they will not be ready. My carrots, after planting them yesterday, will take until about June 10th is about my target date as to when I might be able to harvest my carrots. See, now this one, look at these thick carrots. I was able to find some good ones. They've had really skinny and scrawny ones lately, so these are nice, good, thick, good handful. And these, look at how long that one is. That was a super long one. There you go, long carrots. And this one is a little bit stubbier, but he's thicker all the way through that one. So there you go, all the carrots. And I do a rough cut on them. I can't do that fast. You know, the fast chop. We keep them all the same size. No, I'm not that good. What am I making? I have ham in the oven, and I just put the potatoes on for mashed potatoes. So that's got to bring that up to a boil and then simmer it, and then let that all get soft. And then I will also be boiling some, I would steam them, but I am gonna boil some carrots. There you go. And then I have a pound cake for dessert. So happy Easter, everybody. Hi, thanks for joining me from Utah. So which one of these carrots would I prefer? Well, if they are the same, so, you know, they're pretty similar thicknesses, but this one I think is even thicker. That one's even thicker than that one. Those are thicker, and that one's thicker through the whole thing, but this one's a lot longer. So I'm gonna go with longer. Get more out of it. So let's get to peeling them, shall we? So same thing, go down the whole length of it. That's one long stroke right there. Use it down the whole length of it, all the way down to the very tip, working all the whole way around, just spinning it around as you go. And now you can see that I have skinned the entire length of the carrot. Same thing, we're just going to move on to the next one. And always use the peeler, the peeler, and away from you. There we go. The word escaped me. The word escaped me. So thanks for joining me as I am peeling these carrots. Ooh, this one's got a little quirk in it. I didn't notice this one. See, it's got a little curve to it. Long curve. So now some of these are very long. Lately I've been getting skinny and little thin ones, so I don't, see this one is smaller, but it's much thicker. And small and thick has its place. It's a little girthier. So I do like a thick carrot as well. And I'm gonna flip the other end around so I can use the thick end. Right there. And here, same thing, we're gonna go all the way around. Use that thick end. And then whatever I don't eat, Papa Pig does eat. So Stella doesn't like carrots, do you, Stella? I hear Stella. Stella, you wanna come say hi to everybody? There we go. Do you want to say hi to everybody? Okay. So that's 4. Is that gonna be enough? I'll know when I chop them up. So let's start with 4. And the same thing, I'm just gonna put those skins right into the garbage. Now I could have given these to Papa Pig, but I am not going to. Papa Pig wants the whole carrot. He doesn't want just a little tidbit, a little scraping of it. Okay. That is not. There we go. We are getting hot. Okay, just making sure we're getting hot. I didn't see it heating. I need a little bowl, a little pan. Like so. And I'll put the carrots in there. So thank you for joining me tonight. I'm gonna try to get that off my neck. Thank you for joining me tonight here in the kitchen at the bunkhouse. Happy Sunday. Now it sounds like it's the drums back there. Here in the kitchen, I am chopping up some carrots, and I do like a thick cut on those. Now see, this tip is going to be too thin, so I can save that. That I can give to Papa Pig, or I can just eat it. All right. I'm gonna need a bigger knife if I want to cut more of those, more than one at a time. All right, and I do like them thick, so I don't do, so that they are more al dente when I am done. They will work my way through that thick one. That was pretty thick. Nice and long and thick. All girls want a long, thick carrot, right? There we go. I'm not wrong. Thanks for joining. All right. You got Mary Burke Live. I can get one more out of this one. Oh, I could even get 2 out of that one. It'll be a little thinner. There you go. There, there, and there. And take those little ends. Okay, let's see what I got. I need more carrots. Need to peel more carrots. That's not going to be enough. But I am eating that little one. All right, let's peel a couple more. I went with the long ones. I went with the longest ones because I get the most use out of them. Right? They'll have more meat for me to work with. Thanks for joining in. You've got Mary Burke Live. Make sure you hit follow, like, subscribe, join. What other words can I use? If you have questions on what social media platforms I am, make sure you hit the bio because it'll tell you how to find me. Okay, So I am working with the carrots. I feel like the guy from the Muppets. Smorgasbord. So I have to peel the carrots before I put them in the bucket to be, and I work it down the entire length, peeling away from me as I go and rotating the entire carrot as I go, even if it goes over the humps and the bumps and the curves. So, you know, that's three hands on that carrot. That's a pretty good sized carrot right there. But I am gonna break off the tip. See if I can break it. Nope, doesn't want to break, so I have to, kind of crooked bend to it. All right, and then I got one more to do right here. Again, look at that curve. That's like, wow, the Leaning Tower of Pisa right there. All right, there we go. Excellent. Thank you so much for joining me making ham. In the baking ham, and then I mashing potatoes and carrots. I won't be mashing the carrots, but I am peeling the carrots, and then I will be chopping the carrots, and then I will be putting the carrots on the stove so that they can boil, and then I will put some butter on them. Ah, the carrot slipped out of my hand. I have 2 hands on the carrot. Okay, so it doesn't slip away from me. Now we can chop it up. And I do like a thick cut on these, so they will take longer to cook. And I'm okay with that. Hope you're okay with it. That's gonna take a little bit longer. There you go, snip the tip, and then like I said, I like the carrots, so I want to bite into it. I don't want to just bite into a tiny little morsel. I want something significant there. Now I'm going to put some water in the bowl, in the bucket, in the pan. And get that on the back burner so that that can also be cooking back there. Okay, so this is that all squared away in the center. I'm still going to need one other side over there, because on this other side is going to be my cranberry curry glaze. That is for the ham. So welcome to my kitchen. It is a bit of a mess right now here in the bunkhouse because I am prepping and cooking a dinner, which is going to be, I should save those. Papa Pig will like these. Not the long stringy ones, but he'll like the tips and the butts. There we go, like so. Happy Easter, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. You've got Mary Burke live in person. So there's a lot of fakes out there. So any platform that you go to, there's a lot of fake Mary Burkes. And this is the way that you know that you don't have a fake, right? Because I am here chatting with you live. So I'm live. That means I'm a real person. There's no way I am involved. It's really me right here. So make sure that this is the account that you're following, that you're subscribing to, because all the rest are fakes. Okay? Got it? And if you have questions on, so yes, I have a real account on all different platforms. So if you go to my bio, it'll tell you where you can find me. So that's the best way to find all me on different platforms. So if you want to see me on a different platform, you can find me. All right, so you here, I'm working on Happy Easter, my Easter dinner. You're here joining me for my Easter dinner, which is ham, mashed potatoes, carrots. Their mashed potatoes and carrots are on this, well, potatoes and carrots are cooking on the stove as I'm chatting with you. It is time to move on to my glaze. Yes, cranberry curry glaze. Now, here's what I'm going to need for that. I'm going to need an onion. So, half a cup chopped onion. So let's get, let's get out our half a cup. And yes, I keep them all together and then I just take out what I need when I need it, because otherwise they end up all over the place and I can't keep them together. So here we're going to need a half a cup of chopped onion. Then I'm going to need teaspoons of curry powder. Teaspoons of curry powder. Teaspoons of curry powder. Okay. And in butter. Okay, so I'm going to cook the sorry, I just had to get it in so that we could do that. All right, so the chopped onion and butter and curry powder are all going to get in together, and I'm going to cook those on the stove top. And then I am going to use the cranberry sauce, add that in, as well as 2 tablespoons of light corn syrup. Now I use Caro syrup. Time to turn that down now that it's boiling. Okay, now that that's boiling, I use a Caro light corn syrup. There's a dark corn syrup, which is obviously more molasses colored, and then there's this syrup, which is almost clear. Okay, so now I have to chop an onion. No, I am not well versed on chopping onions. I do need a half cup, so I'm going to cut right on down through the middle, work my way down through that middle. I know there's a way to dice it and slice it. I ain't doing that. Okay, I turned you down. Let me stir you. Let me stir you over there. Thanks for joining me live. You've got Mary Burke live. Here I am working on, let's take off that outer skin and layer of onion. And I only need a half cup, so let's see if I chopped off, if I cut off enough of the onion for me to get half, and I'm sure there's ways for me to slice and dice this that would have been a lot better. But I'm going with what I got while I'm here. Excellent. So, happy Easter, everyone. Thank you for joining me. And I'm just roughly chopping up some onion, like so, going through. If I see any big ones, I'm going to chop them down so that they are pretty much the same size. Okay. I stuck the other side. Excellent. This is for a cranberry curry glaze, which is going to go along with my ham. Not a cranberry orange, a cranberry curry. So I need a half cup. Ooh, I was pretty close. Pretty close. Just a little, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. How much butter do I need? I need a half cup of butter, so another whole one of these. This has been sitting out now, so I'm just gonna chop it in half. 1 whole stick is a half cup, so there you go. And I'm using the unsalted and then you can add salt to taste. If you cook with salted butter, and the recipe calls for salt, well, now you've double salted it. So I definitely, your heart does not need that much sodium. I don't use salt in hardly anything. So I have to take this off, pop the top, pop this top as well. Let's get rid of because I did not have any curry in all the spices that I have behind me. I had no curry. So that does not want to come off. All right, I could not peel that off. Thank you for joining me. You've got Mary Burke Live as I am making my Easter dinner, which is ham, mashed potatoes, carrots. I have an orange, no, not orange. That's the one thing I don't have. It's a cranberry curry, cranberry curry glaze that will be going. It's just a sauce that I pour on top of my ham. It doesn't need to, teaspoons, make sure I'm on the teaspoon. That's a half a tablespoon. No, we don't want that. Let's see, where's my teaspoon? Gonna need my glasses to read it, to make sure I got the right one. Okay, that's the right one. 1 teaspoon. Okay, so now we get the teaspoon in there. It is 4 teaspoons. So I just use this to level it off. If I get it on the outside, that's okay. That's 1. Yes, I'm a messy cook. All right, that's 2. I could have done it over a bowl, I'm sure. Let's go back, fill that in. That's 3. And then fill that in. And then 4. There's 4. All right, so now I have to take this over to the stove and cook the onions. So I'll be back. Thank you for joining me live. Make sure you hit follow. Make sure you hit subscribe. Like. You've got me making a mess on Easter Sunday here in the bunkhouse. Ham, mashed potatoes, carrots, and a lemon pound cake for dessert, as well as I am making a curried cranberry glaze right now. And this is going to be for the ham, as well as if you wanted it to have it with your mashed potatoes, you could do that as well. So I will be right back. So now we have to work this over in the, let's see, what do I want to use? I'm just going to use this. Hold on. Excellent. There. Thank you so much for joining me. You've got Mary Burke Live here in the bunkhouse. Make sure you hit follow, like, subscribe. Well, you've got the real Mary Burke, so you got me live. Make sure you hit follow and everything else. So you're going to follow me over to the stove right now, where I am melting the butter, cooking the onions in the curry sauce. I'm going to have to twist it just a little bit that way so you can see. All right. So now, over here, I'm going to be melting that butter. Oh, I do have the fire department up the street, but that's a good ways away. Okay, so you can hear the butter melting, cooking the onion, like so. There we go. And it's melting. I'm melting. Okay, and while that's doing that, I am going to go get the cranberry sauce. Now you use whole berry. A lot of times you get the cranberry sauce, and it's the solid jelly one. This is a whole berry that I use. Okay, So I use the Ocean Sprays whole berry, whole berry cranberry sauce. Now that, ooh, I can smell that curry cooking. It smells so good. All right, and now I am going to open the can. Come on, open. There we go. Now grip it. You can feel it, hear it pop. And work it all the way around, like so. And then pull it off. And when you look inside, it does look jelly, but you can see the whole berries that are in there. Okay. Now, I'm also going to need 2 teaspoons of this light taro syrup. Again, here at the farm, I didn't have this, so I actually had to go find it. It's not so easy to find. I was thinking condiments, it's gonna be in with the baking stuff. No, it was in the syrups. So, and I have to get back and stir this. There we go. And bring that down. Don't want to burn it. Okay, curry is cooking. That is all good. All right. Bring that down lower. Bring that down to low. Okay. Off the thing. Let that go. That one's going good. Let's turn this one up a little bit. I want that to be cooking just a little bit more than what it is. All right. And I've been having the darndest time peeling off these caps tonight, so there you go. All right. So then I will need 2 tablespoons of this as well. So now I'm going to pour this. Well, I suppose I could do it if I brought it over here to you. Let's put this away. Let's put my onion away. And let me put the trivet down. Let's do it right here so you can see it. Shall we? I'll take it off the stove. Okay. And now I'm going to bring this over. So that is curry and my butter and onion. That is all in there. And then we're going to take the cranberry and put it in, right in here. We're going to split it up like so. And then it's just going to get in there, get in the, like so. And then we're going to put 2 tablespoons of the light corn syrup in there as well. That's 1. One thing with the corn syrup is it does take a long time for it to actually dribble out of there. And then 2. That's the second one. And that's going to give it some texture. It's gonna make it thicken up. Right? So the sauce isn't just drippy. You want it to have a little thickness to it, a little substance to it. Okay. So there you are with that. So this is an old family recipe. I've had this recipe forever. And in fact, I went to the cookbook. I got a newer version of the cookbook that I got this recipe from. I've been cooking this recipe for decades. So I got a new version of it. And when I went to go look for the recipe, it wasn't there. So I had to find it in my own records. Because again, everything here at the bunkhouse is relatively new. So here we're going to stir that up, mix that all up, and then you have the butter, you have the curry, you have the cranberry, and you have a little bit of onion taste in there. It is delicious. Now I'm going to put it back on low and just let it simmer and thicken, and it'll be ready to go. How much time do we have left on the ham? 10 minutes. 10 minutes on the ham. So I have to bring this one down. That one up. Okay, so let's see how we're doing on those. Okay, that potatoes are not ready. So those potatoes are going to take a little bit longer to cook. So that's okay. That means I have time to sit here with you and chat. Okay, put that away. Put that away. I can put this away. All right. So all that, my carrots, my potatoes, all that stuff is good. All that is ready to go. I have an onion, more than half an onion left over. I'm gonna put that away. Just put my onion away for now. I'll deal with it tomorrow. I'll use it in something else. Put that away. Put this away, put the butter away. Okay. And be right back with you. Excellent. So, thank you for joining me here today, live. I appreciate you joining me on this Easter Sunday as I am cooking the ham. I also, in addition to the ham, have working on boiling the mashed potatoes and the carrots. And in the oven is my pound cake that we will be making. So here is a tastefully simple sunny lemon pound cake with icing. So it'll have a nice drizzle with it, but I'm gonna let that cool, and that'll be cooling while I'm eating dinner so that I can put the icing on and have that fresh for dessert. So thank you so much for joining me. You've got Mary Burke Live. Thanks for joining me. You should hit follow, subscribe, like. You can comment, let me know where you are. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Enjoy. Thank you for being here. Happy, happy, happy Easter to everyone. So let's see. This is going to be, I have to put out something so that it can, my cooling rack, because that is going to be ready. This is going to go to Papa Pig. So let me put that in a little bag for Papa Pig. Now, if you've been following me, you know that I've been working outside the last couple of days, working on the garden, planting the garden. I cannot find a single bag. They're all multiple bags. So let's just do one of these. Just grab those. Okay. This is going to come all the way down low. Okay. Put that on low. Oh, I lost a carrot. Stella, you want a carrot? Stella doesn't like carrots. Oh, Stella, you want a carrot? Okay, let me go stir. Let me go stir the sides. See how see how everything is rising in there? Okay, that's coming along. Stir, stir, stir. Excellent. Got that on low. This one. That one's getting better. Potatoes are starting to get soft. Down even lower, and let's take a fork to it, see how it's doing back there. Nope, those still need to cook longer. Okay, stuck the fork in it. The fork, it's not done. So I stuck a fork in it, but it's not done yet. Well, welcome back. I'm here with you live. Thank you for joining me. Mary Burke live in the house. You can certainly let me know where you're from. Hopefully you are enjoying your Easter as well. Yes. Thank you for joining. Yes. Let's see. Muhammad says wants a shout out, so thanks for joining in. Let's see. Who else do we have in the house? You can let me know where you're from. Mexico is in the house. Happy Easter. Thank you for joining. Yes, thank you so much for joining. I'm going to make sure that everything is scrolling the way that it should be. So there we go. Scroll, and then scroll. Excellent. Sometimes the screens get stuck on me. So I hope you guys got some goodies in your Easter basket today. I did do an Easter egg hunt with Stella, and Stella got some treats in her Easter egg. She could sniff them out and find them. She got confused if I put it up high. She could only find them if she was down low and could sniff them out. If they were, like if I put them on a chair above her, she didn't really get that. She was sniffing all around the floor and couldn't figure out that they were above her on the chair. So happy Easter, everybody. Thank you. Oh, you went to church? Well, that's good. That's good. Happy Easter. I hope it was a nice service. Happy Easter, everybody. Thank you for joining me. You've got Mary Burke live in the bunkhouse kitchen, making heating up the ham, as well as boiling the potatoes for mashed potatoes and the carrots. In addition, I am cooking the Sunny Lemon Absolute pound cake for dessert. So that'll be the dessert to go along with it. So did you all get Easter bunny, chocolate bunnies this morning in your Easter basket? From Spain is in the house. Thank you so much for joining in. Happy Easter, happy Easter. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, a lot of scrolling. Couldn't keep up with any of that. Somebody asked if I am single. I am married and have been married for almost 30 years. So, yeah, somebody's put up with me for 30 years. Germany's in the house. Thank you for chiming in. Yes, welcome. I am not single. Doing well, and you. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful Sunday. Hope you are all having a wonderful Easter Sunday. So, I am just waiting for my food to finish cooking. I will go check and stir the potatoes one more time, because then it will be time. I need the butter again. I need the butter. This time I will use salted butter. I'm not adding salt to it, and I have a couple of sticks of butter that I've started, so I'll finish those sticks off. So I'm going to need butter. I will need milk. Butter and milk for the mashed potatoes. Let's see how we're doing on time. 2 minutes. 2 minutes there. I'm going to take this off, move this aside, because I will be using this area as a place to, I have to remember to finish writing down my recipe over there. Okay, this can go back. Okay, potatoes in that. Move this stuff out of the way so that I can get my colander over here underneath in the island. The colander, ooh, maybe I should use my big colander. I'm gonna use the big colander because I have another colander that's over here, and this colander adjusts so it will fit right into the sink and go straddle either side. And then that way I can push it down and put my potatoes right in there, right in that section. So then I can strain the water all out of it, bring it back, put my butter, put my my milk and pepper. I'm going to use salted butter, but that's only because I'm not putting any additional salt into the potatoes. And then somewhere here, I have my masher. Excellent. Let's see how we're doing on this. See, if I stab them and they break apart pretty easy, I know they're ready. So these are now pretty good and ready. I'm going to stir my cranberry sauce there. Okay. So I can turn this one off because I'm going to do that. And in the meantime, I'm also going to move over the cake, because the cake should be ready, because it said, how long did it say? It said 55 to 60 minutes. Ooh, so it needs another 5 minutes. Okay, good to know. Okay, let me take a look. I'm gonna give it another 5 minutes. Let's do 5 minutes and start on that. And in the meantime, I can drain the potatoes and put those in the sink and come back over and mash them. I'm going to utilize the existing, put my trivet down. I'm just going to put them right back into the bowl that they were in, but I do need to get my oven mitts, pick up the pot, and move this over and drain it. So sorry if you're out of frame while I'm draining. There we go. I am now draining the potatoes and then adding them right back into the pot that they came from. Excellent. So now all the potatoes are here and ready to be mashed. So I am putting in butter. I only had a tab left, so we're going to do that one. And then I'm going to put in, I like butter. I like buttery mashed potatoes. And then I am also going to put in milk, whole milk. Yes, it's by, I just do a free pour on it. I don't measure that out. And I do like garlic, like it a little garlicky, so I'm going to add some garlic to it. And then I'm also going to drop the top right into the mashed potatoes. What I want to do is snap that top on. Here it snaps, and then crank away at the pepper, like 2 hands away on it, crank away at it, make sure that I am filling up the cup with the pepper. There we go. Thank you for joining me. You've got Mary Burke Live. So you have me here in the bunkhouse kitchen as I am preparing that Easter dinner. Ham, mashed potatoes, carrots, cranberry curry glaze, and for dessert, a sunny lemon pound cake. So, thank you so much. I do not leave the skins on the potato. That's lots of pepper in there. Because now when I pop this, provided I can pop that off, there we go, it all sits and collects in the cap. So then you can see how much you're putting in there. All right. And now, let's get to mashing, shall we? Mash, 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 mash those potatoes. There we go, like so. Excellent. Mash it. Whoosh them down, mash it. So as you can see, it's in there and they're getting mashed. and flip it. There we go. And keep on mashing. Like so. Yep, stirring it too. Stirring it, getting the butter all the way through it, getting the milk all the way in it, mashing it up, and keep on mashing. I don't use a ricer. I used to have a ricer that you could really squish the potatoes. I'm sorry, I like it a little lumpy. I know it's personal taste, but I like it a little bit lumpy. There we go. Excellent. All right, so mashed potatoes are done. Excellent. There's the mashed potatoes. All right. Now, as a tester, you gotta test it, right? Gotta taste it. So let's taste it, see how we're doing. And then I can tell what it's gonna need, if it needs anything. So there's a little bit of the mashed potato. Creamy, garlicky, buttery. Good. The only thing I might add is a little bit more pepper on top. And there you go. So those are all set. Put it in there till it clicks. It's done singing to me. Let me see how we're doing on these. I told you I like my carrots thick. So you can see it steaming. Can you see it steaming? I'm gonna let that cool a second before I test it to see if it is done. All right, in the meantime, I'm gonna put this one back on the stove. It is turned off, but I'm gonna put it back on the stove and take out my loaf. Here is the pound cake. So I'm gonna run a, let's see if I have it somewhere. There it is. Excellent. Right here, I have a toothpick. So I'm gonna put it in the dead center of in here. Let it, oops. Well, now I let it go in too far. I'll have to fish that out. Put it in there and then pull it back out. And if it comes out clean, it is cooked all the way through. So there you have it. Just remind me. Let's see if I can get that one. And even that one came out clean after being all the way in there. Okay, so now that is going to cool right here. Move that out of the way, move the trivet, and put this over closer to you so you can see it. There is my lemony pound cake, which is going to have an icing on top. So I still have to make the icing, but I'm gonna save that for after dinner and put that on fresh. And this will be enough time for it to cool down. Now it's time to check. Oh, perfect. Couldn't have been any more perfect. Okay. Excuse me, because now I have to drain the carrots. Okay. I'm just going to rinse out the colander that had the mashed potatoes in it. All right. About 5 minutes from eating. it looks like. So thank you so much for joining me, Mary Bark Live, in my bunkhouse kitchen here on the farm, well, where I was preparing mashed potatoes, carrots, pound cake, and the ham is yet to come out. So we're about to take that ham out. I am going to drain the carrots and put those in a bowl with some butter on top. Sorry, guys. Okay. I should have a rubber kitchen. Okay. Pour the carrots in the bucket, in the bowl, like so. All right, so here are the carrots, all steamy and ready. And my knife, I need a knife. I'm going to put a pat of butter on top and let it melt, like so. Okay, so there we go with that and that. That is good. That is good. That is good. We are coming to a close. My ham is done. So it's time for me to take it out and serve it up. Ready? Okay. And the mashed potatoes. I'm going to put my other egg in the refrigerator now. I am also going to take another bowl. Let's see. And pour my cranberry sauce. Okay. And then I have my cranberry sauce is in here. So there's the cranberry sauce, cranberry curry sauce. Ooh. Okay, and let's see, the main ingredient, I'm gonna put my, good there, there's the carrots, here's the mashed potatoes, there's the mashed potato, is also ready, and let me get a big scooper for that. Thought I had it, yeah. Yeah, we'll use this one. Scooper for that. I'm going to use a fork for the carrots. And now comes the ham. Let's take the ham out. Thank you for joining me live. Well, you have me here, Mary Bark, in the kitchen, and I am about to take the ham out so we can have our ham dinner for Thanksgiving. And there we go. Taking that ham out. Perfect. Time to put it on a platter. Like so. I need a fork. Put it on the platter. This will be a regular fork. Here, I'll switch out a regular fork on the carrots for the serving fork. All right, ham's up. There's the ham. Here's your sauce, your mashed potatoes, and the carrots. Dig in. It's time. It's time. Grab your plate. Dig in. I'm going to grab mine, and it is going to be time for me to say good night. So thank you so much for joining me tonight while I made my Easter dinner right here with you. Make sure you hit follow, subscribe, join, like, check my bio so that you can find out all the different social media platforms that I am on, and make sure that you join me there. So enjoy. Happy Easter, happy Sunday, everybody, and I hope that you will continue to follow me in my daily exploits. Thank you so much. Good night, guys.